completely forgot what I was going to say. Alright, so we're in the middle of a ammo crisis, if y'all hadn't noticed. If you hadn't noticed, you're probably not paying attention to anything. Gun related, anyway. If you're a motorcycle person, sorry. If you're a first aid person, sorry. We're in the middle of an ammo crisis. It's very, very hard to find. And I got very lucky and found 500 rounds of Frontier 55 grain 5.56, which I typically shoot 55 grain 5.56, so I'm happy to find it. From Lucky Gunner. Hey, look, there's my address. Yeah, that's all that's on there that you could use. So, turns out 500 rounds weighs 13.216 pounds. I am going to put all of these bullets on stripper clips to make sure, because I've ordered some stuff before and not gotten the number that they said I got. Oh, look. I've not gotten the number that they said I was supposed to get. So, I'm going to load all 500 of these on stripper clips. Y'all might not watch all of them. See if I can figure out something to talk about while we're going at it. But tonight we're drinking a Terrible Idea Hazy IPA. It's interesting. Yeah, like triangle wheels pulling your woolly mammoth. Terrible idea. It is from 21st Amendment Brewery. Focus. Yeah, there it is. Where is this one from? I thought it was local. It was in the local section at the Ingles, but it doesn't really say. Not a whole lot of hops. It's only 55 IBUs, so it's not real bitter. It has some interesting floral notes that I'm not positive on. But it is incredibly smooth. And I like bitter beers that are smooth. This one's not bitter, but it is incredibly smooth. Alright, so a lot of you are probably wondering why in the world I would bother putting bullets back on stripper clips. Seems like a really dumb idea. Well, stripper clips are easy to count. You don't gotta. They hold 10. They always hold, well, they almost always hold 10. If you're talking about clips for an M1 Garand, they hold 2 or 8. And the only reason that some of them hold 2 is for competition. So real quick and easy, you put 10 on. I don't need to count them. There's no more room. That's 10. And then I take another bullet and I fold the little cap back down so they don't fall off. And when I get to 50 of these, I know that I got 500 rounds. Another reason, they're easy to count. And I'm stupid. So, nice and easy. 10 more. All day. Every day. And I don't think I have one in here. I think it's in the other box. But if you buy the 420 box of these things, it comes with a little spoon. That little spoon hooks on to GI mags, hooks on to P mags, hooks on to Stenag mags, hooks on to I've got 10 round mags that I use for hunting. It hooks onto them too. So any 5.56 mag you've got has the little, well, I won't say any because I don't think the Amendment 2 mags have that little crease in the back for the spoon. I call it a spoon. I assume it's called a spoon. I don't know what it's called. I call it a spoon. If you get real hungry, I guess you could eat with it out of your MRE. I'm not military. I am a firefighter. Well, actually, no, I'm not. My red card's expired. I'm nothing. I squirt paint. I shoot guns. I cause trouble. That's all I do. So, some recent events we've had nationally, I see absolutely no reason to expound upon because people who are much better with words than I and have much more reach than I have already talked about it. What I will mention is some crazy computer buddies of mine recently took over a Facebook group. I think it is the first, there's 50 rounds, the first full frontal assault of the revolution. They took over a Kumo Brothers support group on Facebook with 9,000 members and renamed it 52nd Penguin Platoon. Added a bunch of new administrators and absolutely started harassing the boomers and Gen Xers that were part of the group, that were the group. In a week, the group went from 9,300 members all the way down to, I think at the low, it was about 7,500 members. And then now we're back up to 9,500 members. I am a moderator in that group. I'm not an administrator. I don't have that much power. I just get to approve some shit. And actually, it's really annoying. It's the first big group I've moderated on. And basically every single notification on my Facebook is just that group. I've moderated some small groups before, but never a big group. I've actually administrated some small groups before, but most of them are, 100 to 200 people. So not a whole lot of people. This one is just crazy. And there are no real rules. There were until we took over. But there's no real rules now, except if you report something, you either get muted, removed, or banned. And for the most part, I try not to sling the ban. If somebody is dumb enough to want to come back into the group after I've removed them, let them. If they report again and I see it, then yes, they get a ban. The problem is if you report something, it doesn't just come to a moderator or an administrator, it goes all the way to Facebook as well. And Facebook does not like our movement. I don't know why Facebook is so pro, I don't know, pedophile? We're mostly anti-pedophile. And I don't know why Facebook is against that, unless they're for pedophilia, which seems weird. Uh, and we're for freedom. What's wrong with freedom? Who doesn't like freedom? I really don't. Why would you want the state micromanaging your life when 90, well, I don't know, stretch it, when 90% of people are fully capable of deciding what goes on in their own life? Why would you want the government telling you what to do? That just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Yes, I'm sitting here loading bullets and stripper clips talking about how I don't like the government. And I work for them. That's why I know how screwed up the government is, because I work for them. And that's all I've got to say about that. I'm afraid that if I do say too much about that, they'll say something about something, and then I won't have a job. And, since there's only like 9 or 10 or 11 of you that actually watch these videos, ain't nobody going to contact me about advertising. And YouTube ain't ever going to let me get monetized, because I'm loading stripper clips and talking about how I don't particularly like the government. So yeah, probably ought to keep my job. There's 120. See how easy it is to count? I've got 10 in that pile. Well, y'all can't see it, but I got 10 in that pile and 2 in that pile. That's 120. I can count, or I can multiply by 10. I'm not really counting, but I can multiply by 10. And that's easy enough to keep up with. And hey, 120 rounds, that's 4 magazines. If you're not in California, because, they've still got some issues going on. I'm not sure that that's completely cleared yet. I'm not sure if they're in Freedom Week 2.0 or not, because I'm not Jared from Guns and Gadgets, and I'm not Daily's 2A News. I'm just not 100% certain. I also don't think anybody from California watches my videos. Sorry. Not sorry. I'm sorry that nobody from California watches my videos, but I'm also sorry that you have to deal with that craziness that they call a societal structure. It's not quite cold. It's really good. There's these 21st Amendment packages are mixers, which I like. I like getting the mixers, but then there's always that one in there that I'm not real sure about. And with these 21st Amendment mixers, I've had them before. There's a blood orange IPA that it's a really, really flavorful beer. I'm not huge on oranges. I don't like blood oranges, so it's not really my thing. But I can see how it's a really, really good beer. It's just not a good beer for me. And there's 3 of them in there. So there's 4 different kinds. There's this, A Terrible Idea. There's the Blood Orange IPA. And then there's 2 others that I'd have to go look. See, the other 2 are meh. This one is eh. And then that Blood Orange one's eh. I like this one pretty good. I like the other 2s. They're kind of bland. They're IPAs. They're all 4 IPAs. I like IPAs. They're just not what I would go out and be like, yes, I like this IPA. I actually like double IPAs. When it's in stock over in Boone, which is just a short jaunt from me, Appalachian Brewery has not a double IPA. P.S. It's a double IPA. Um, that one. It's got the snap. It's got the fruitiness right there on the tip of your tongue. As soon as it's in your mouth, you get that full body flavor. You start to swallow and the bitterness starts to set in, and it kind of just gets your mouth and just so long. Yeah, like that. And then you swallow it and you get those piney afternotes, and then it's gone. It's just gone. Your mouth is completely clean. You could reach over and grab hold of, well, no, you couldn't. I was fixing to say you could reach over and grab hold of a Bud Light and it'd taste okay, but Bud Light never tastes okay. You could reach over and grab hold of a Guinness or a American lager that's not piss water, and it would taste okay, because that one finishes so clean, it doesn't screw everything else up afterwards. You can drink it with a meal. You can drink it with a fruit dessert, like strawberries and cream, and it cleans up the sweetness from the cream to the point that you end up eating too much strawberries and cream. It's that clean of a finish, and that is what I want when I drink a really good beer. I want it to finish so clean that my mouth doesn't, you know, I've still got that numb tingly from it being high point alcohol, but I'm not to the point, you know, I'm not sitting there like, what the hell did I just drink? Why is my mouth still coated in something? Yeah, I don't like those beers. Like Guinness. Guinness gets in your mouth and it just stays there. You can chew Guinness and it tastes like burnt toast. And you can keep chewing Guinness and it tastes like a charcoal briquette. And then you swallow Guinness and your mouth still tastes like it's still there, and you're wondering whether you swallow it or not, and then you're full before you finish a 16-ounce pint. And yes, you damn Europeans, a pint is 16 ounces. I don't know when the English decided that they would pour a different size pint, but a pint of beer is a pint, is a pint, is a pint, is a pint, is a pint. It's 16 ounces. Our cans are 12 ounces. We have 16-ounce cans. We have 19.2-ounce cans. Can someone explain to me what the fuck a 19.2-ounce can is about? Because occasionally I like to drink a White Claw. Again, they finish clean. I like that. They're fruity. It's kind of nice to have some fruity when it's as hot as it's been the last few weeks. What the hell is up with a 19.2-ounce can? Where does that come from? Is there a law that I'm unaware of that you can't have a can? Well, I know you can have a can bigger than 19.2 ounces. Does it have to do with the amount of alcohol per can? If someone can explain that to me, let me know. I'm too lazy to Google it. But the hazy little thing comes in a 19.2 ounce can. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. Okay. So that's 6. That's 160 rounds liquor. The hazy little thing comes in a 19.2 ounce can, and something else comes in a 19.2 ounce can. I really, really don't understand it. It doesn't, I looked at it, it doesn't come out even in milliliters either. Not 750, it's not 400, it's not 500, it's like 472 milliliters or some shit like that. I don't understand it. But yeah, if you're undecided on who to vote for and you can't stand Trump and you can't stand Biden, have a look at Joe Jorgensen and Spike Cohen. They're good people. With that, I'm going to finish this 10. I don't have any outro music because I'm lazy and I'm cheap. And I love y'all, but I don't love y'all that much. So, Y'all have a good night, morning, evening, day, whatever time it is where you are. I will talk at you later.